Week 8 of the 2020 NFL season, and the Buffalo Bills are 6-2 in leading the AFC East. Josh Allen started off extremely well, and so far he has slowed down. Today I'm going to be doing the Week 8 evaluation, so basically we're halfway through the season of the Buffalo Bills. So before we get into the video though, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let me know down in the comments how you think the Buffalo Bills are going to finish off their season. So Josh Allen started off extremely hot in the first 4 wins for the Buffalo Bills. They pretty much dominated the first month of the 2020 NFL season. For the first 4 games, Josh Allen had 12 passing touchdowns, only 1 interception, and 3 rushing touchdowns, posting up some of the best numbers that he will probably have for his entire career. So he was looking dominant. The Buffalo Bills were looking like the team to beat. And then week 5, they played the Tennessee Titans, and they got absolutely smoked in Tennessee. The Tennessee Titans dropped like 42 on the Buffalo Bills, supposed to be the best defense in the league. And it was pretty much just an embarrassment for the 4-0 team before that game. Next week, they play Kansas City at home. Kansas City just destroys them, and Kansas City will easily get that win. And Buffalo Bills are now 4-2, but they still are in first place of the AFC East because the AFC East has some very struggling teams. Since then, they have not had the best offense. They played the next week, they played the Jets, and the only reason why they're in that game is because their kicker balled out, and they got kind of lucky because their offense was stagnant, but the kicker had 18 points, so they they got carried. They did not do super well, but still they were able to come away with a win. They played well enough, I guess. The defense only held the New York Jets offense to 10, but that's not saying much. And this week they just overcame the opponent, and they ended up getting the win. So I'm pretty optimistic about their season for the future. I said at the beginning of the year that they were going to for sure be Super Bowl champions. I was like 100% confident in that. They have a great lineup. Their running game is strong this year. Their passing game is strong. Josh Allen is a third-year quarterback. He is developing very nicely. Sean McDermott is one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and I think that their defense is the best that it's going to be for a very long time. They have big-name players. They have Tremaine Edmonds, Tre'Davious White, Jordan Poyer, all these great players. They have very good pass rush. Run defense is solid, and this was why I thought they were 100% going to be the best team in football this season. They're 6-2 right now, and don't get me wrong, they could be one of those. They could still be a Super Bowl team, but I think that they really need to pick up the slack and start beating these bad teams by a lot. So 18 and not scoring any touchdowns against the New York Jets is kind of pathetic. So you really, even though you won, you really need to be able. I mean, if you're only going to score 18 against the Jets, how are you going to play against good teams? Against the better teams that you've played, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tennessee Titans, you've lost both those games. So that's not, I mean, as a fan, or I'm not really a fan, but if I as an observer of their game and their overall play, I'm kind of disappointed to see that, because I'm thinking, well, if we can't beat these teams hardly by anything, then how are we going to play against the good teams? We've lost against 2 great teams. So if they're going to be playing in the playoffs, like last year they lost to the Texans, that was a heartbreaking loss for them. But if they're going to do well in these playoffs, and if they're going to succeed and make a deep run, then they really need to start beating good teams. They've got plenty of games to do that today on the schedule, or coming up on the schedule. They do play Miami again. They've got New England again. They got the Jets again, so they could beat the Jets up again. Hopefully they can do that, and hopefully they can get a convincing win against those few divisional teams, that they can really pull away as first place in the AFC East. Undoubtedly, they will still win the division. There's zero doubt in my mind that they will win this division, because the division's not spectacular, but for sure Sean McDermott will coach them, and I think they're going to end up with a 12-4 record on this season. They've gotten their toughest games out of the way. They lost their 2 hardest games, but I think that for sure their upcoming schedule is definitely going to treat them better. So overall, 12-4, they're going to make the playoffs. I still think they're going to win the Super Bowl. I still have confidence in them, and if you haven't seen that video, make sure you guys go check that out. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will be dropping Week 9 predictions on Tuesday, so if you want to see that, subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out right when that video drops, and I will see you guys in the next video.